What's next in the Wonderbox?
The item itself is a small bag, like a little pouch, of 2p coins that my grandpa had collected over years of playing Who Can Spot Blackpool Tower first on the way to Blackpool for our summer holidays. So we'd go every single summer, and my grandpa was like very much a big kid, so he would genuinely find so much joy in trying to find Blackpool Tower first. The more I've obviously grown up, I've now realised he would have known precisely when you can see it. It's not moving year on year, is it?
And
He'll have known, he's an adult.
And whose money is it?
Like ours.
He's tricked you out of your money.
Pocket money.
Yeah. So you had to pay your granddad for him
as did my brother
spotting a place that he knew.
Yeah, but he would be in the car and he'd have the pouch ready for us to go, there it is, and then we just had to give him
put your money in.
Yeah.
There's something sweet about that, though.
It is sweet. It sounds very harsh, but it was sweet. And I think one or 2 years he did let me or my brother Danny win. So you did genuinely believe there was a chance, and you'd try and remember. You'd be like, it goes hedge roundabout, a Tesco, and then you can see it on the right, or was it the left? And you just start panicking again.
Too late, Grandad.
Grandad, straight away. It's gone. Seen it. And I can't believe I cannot begin to tell you the amount of telephone masts that you spot far in the distance and think that's it.
Maybe your granddad was trying to keep your eyes on the prize, because as you drive into Blackpool, presumably as a young kid, you're going to see some and he was trying to keep you away from the stags and the hens. Look at the tower, look at the tower. What's that man putting into his arms? Look at the tower. He wants 2p.
Keep looking at the tower.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's something I remember playing that as a kid. We would always, who could spot the sea the first.
Yeah.
And it's sort of, do those games still exist?
We have to believe that these games do still exist to a level.
They exist because you need the magic of grandparents. There's something about your nan and granddad. I think they're sort of like this, I don't know, they come from this mystical place.
They have a superpower to get you doing quite wholesome
stuff.
And the really simple games are always played at your grandparents.
Yeah.
My nana used to just let my brother was always really small for his age. He's massive now, but he was always really small. And my nana just used to be like, your brother could probably fit in a pillowcase. And we'd put Danny in a pillowcase and then just sort of send him down the stairs, sort of like a sledge.
Yeah.
I don't actually know if Danny ever enjoyed this, but just Nana going, he's small, put him in a pillowcase and send him down the stairs.
How old?
19.
Oh,
no.
5?
5?
Yeah, that's all right. He must have loved it.
I think he did.
Was he a talker?
I think he did. He's in a lot of therapy now.
Yeah.
He loved it. He did.
There's something. Yeah, I remember my nan used to read a lot, and then I would get into bed with her when I was a little boy, and I'd kind of listen to her read. She'd read her kind of murder mystery stories, and then her kind of memory, her short-term memory went a bit.
Yeah.
So she started reading Bella magazine and Take a Break, and I sort of remember about 6 getting into bed with her, and she was telling me
Colleen Rooney's got a Swarovski sofa. You won't believe it.
And I was a bit I think I'm done now. But it was so she was earnestly telling me these stories.
You're in bed and with her and she's going, Cheryl at breaking point.
Yeah. And there was a ghost and it looked like Henry VIII and it keeps visiting this lady and she thinks it's her dead husband, but so I was gonna I'm gonna go have some Cocoa Pops.
Is it? No.
But it's funny, isn't it? You kind of, I don't know, you really, those moments where your grandparents, those silly little games, they're kind of, I don't know, they just keep the world going. And everyone has those little silly stories. And it's such a kind of portal into your childhood 100%. Of just effortless, easy times where you're not I've got to be a place, I've got to do this thing, I'm under pressure. You're just, you're just anxiously waiting to see Blackpool Tower. Just on the chance you could get 2p
for months. It has such a special place in my heart. Also, Blackpool. The feeling of when you'd come into Blackpool. I know we're joking about the stuff that you'd see, but it was just a rush of excitement, and it's a big, massive kids' playground.
Yeah.
And when you don't know about, you know, you don't notice the bad stuff. You just see there's a massive roller coaster and a huge tower and a big promenade, and I've brought my roller skates. That's going to be great.
Yeah.
And there's 3 piers. Some places only have 1. There's 3 piers.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Do you still like Blackpool now?
Yeah, love it.
Okay.
Love it. I went and did it on my last tour, and I was really nervous because it has this place in my heart.
Just in case some coins hit you.
Yeah, being heckled with a pouch of 2p's. And I sort of found myself doing a little pilgrimage of all the places that we'd go as kids and seeing how they've changed, and some of them were completely the same. We'd stay in the same hotel every year, and it was all of that stuff as well, of like you got to really know the staff, and they were always looked after. That was again another game I'd play at my granny's, was just pretending to be Pam the waitress. Just spend like 3 hours going between the kitchen and the living room, writing down ham sandwich, coming back and then we're out of ham, sorry, what else would you like? I mean, can you imagine how annoying that must have been?
I quite like it. That
babysitting a 7-year-old who just keeps going, what would you like for pudding?
Yeah.
And then you know it's not going to materialise.
I like that though. The thing about Pam as well. I can see her instantly.
Yeah, there used to be a waiter called. I can still make my cousin Ella cringe about this. There used to be a waiter called Nigel,
Right.
and when he used to bring your your breakfast over, his thumb would be slightly in the beans.
Well, did he have like a sort of an elongated thumb?
Yeah,
Oh,
really
okay.
long nails.
Difficult job if you're a waiter with a big thumb. That's,
Yeah,
do you know
just
what I mean?
don't put them in the beans.
No.
Don't put them in the beans. You know, if you're really worried that you can't carry a plate without your big thumb featuring in the food,
Yeah.
have a tray.
Or work at like an 1830s, you know, where that's a
Yeah.
big positive thumbs up.
Blackpool Zoo, have you been there?
I've actually not been to Blackpool Zoo. What have we got in Blackpool Zoo?
Very average. Best
Is
thing about
it?
Blackpool Zoo is that from last year, I think they had put a job up which was to dress as an eagle in an eagle costume to
Yeah.
keep the seagulls away from the zoo.
Wow.
Oh, he's not there to be like entertaining the kids. He's
No,
there
no.
to flap the seagulls
Yeah, so
away.
the application form said that the contenders needed to be outgoing and comfortable wearing a bird costume. Two
Oh my Lord.
qualifications.
Imagine that as a job. So it was just they were acting as a deterrent for seagulls. So what he just walks around going, "F off!" Like what does he do? I don't understand. Why have they
What
put
are
some
you,
poor bastard in a costume?
It's not good. What are you dressing that up as on your CV?
Lost years?
Like,
Like-
is it falconry impersonator?
Yeah. Does it work? Like a seagull's like flipping hell, look at that. Not
That
only is
massive
that-
seagull
that-
smoking.
Was it a seagull?
Eagle.
So it's look at that eagle.
Oh, eagle.
And
Look at that fat eagle.
that eagle's eating chips. Like he's got legs.
Oh,
We need to
man.
step away from Blackpool. I agree. What a job.
It's not a special skill set, is it? I don't think. No offence to the
That's heartbreaking.
falconry personifier.
Let's
or whatever
move
you're
on from
calling
that.
it.
Let's depress the hell out
It
of me.
is
that.
depressing, isn't it?
More joy.
Do you reckon there's an age limit on it?
I
Because it's either going to be some kid where it's like his first job, 16,
yeah.
or it's some old bloke who's like, I've been the eagle for 50 years. He's getting a little bit in the paper.
Yeah.
50 years of eagling.
50 years of eagling. Like what if you imagine that as a book?
A memoir.
Yeah,
My life
exactly.
as an eagle.
And just the various seagulls. I just can't believe it works. But by that rationale, like dressing up in different costumes would scare away. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not like they're going
Yeah,
to
do
go.
you think he has to be an eagle?
That's what I mean. It's
Yeah.
like you can be a lion. Like presumably anything like that is gonna. It can't just have to be a bird unless it's a
Yeah.
really good bird costume. In which case, I doubt it is.